At last. I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole? This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth.
Dice Man Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, three weirdos on a mic. What's up?
What's up?
Welcome into another episode of Let's Get to the Bottom of That. Today is Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm your host, Byron Dice. I'm joined with Mike and Jason once again in studio.
Hola.
Thank you.
Holo.
Crowd goes wild.
Yeah, the crowd is wild.
How's your week been going?
It's been going good.
Good.
It's been going great.
Were you able to shake off some of that funk from the Pizzagate episode that we
Oh, wow.
just wrapped up? I know we released out of order, but this is right after the Pizzagate thing.
No, this is actually before the Pizzagate.
Ooh.
We just dated
It's
ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
It's in July.
Time's relative.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's listened to this
Or we're in the future.
didn't listen to this when it was released, but they listened to it a year later, and it made sense.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why it made sense.
Yeah.
Today is Down the Rabbit Hole. This is completely unfiltered, unscripted, and completely off the top of our heads conversation today.
Time travelers.
We're going to have some conversations about some things that are going on in our current world. Or we may just talk about how the grass is growing in our gardens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, whatever comes to mind.
Wherever it goes.
That's what this show, or that's what this episode's about. It's actually a way to take a break, because I don't know if you've researched topics, which we do. It's when I got a down the rabbit hole coming up, it's kind of a sigh of relief for me,
It is.
because I was like, what am I doing this week? And I looked at, it's down the rabbit hole, and I just kind of breathed.
Yeah,
I don't have to research
just
anything.
talking. That's all.
Yeah.
Going back to grass, I have grubs.
Oh yeah. Speaking of grass,
Yeah, dude. It's killing my grass.
what is?
Grubs.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Don't they have a pest control for that?
Yeah, they do. Well, I'm not going to use it.
Okay. I've got some. We're losing the audience right
I
now.
know.
I've got some sedge out in the front, and I just bought this stuff called Sedge Hammer.
Oh, yeah? Does
The
it work?
nut sedge. I haven't sprayed it yet. Susan pulled it all up, and they said you have to let it grow up and spray it so it'll kill everything at the roots.
Ah.
So I was like, okay, I got to let it grow up. And then it rained today, and you're supposed to not have rain for 4 hours after you spray it. So Sedge Hammer, brought to you by sedgehammer.com.
That's a good. That's good.
We just lost half our audience
Yep.
talking about Sedge Hammer.
Yep, they
And-
clicked on to the next thing.
But,
already.
They're like-
we gained a sponsor. But we gained a sponsor.
Right, because they're like, dude, Sedge Hammer's good.
Yeah.
Because it says you're not supposed to, put your hands in your mouth after you spray it. And keep it away from animals and small children.
They do that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. They did the same thing with baby powder.
Well, I guess the biggest thing to start talking about is Target
Target.
Yep.
is starting to go down a road that Bud Light. This disaster for Bud Light's lasted like 2 months.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue.
Because
I don't even know what a Bud Light is.
yeah,
Forget about it.
I heard about it was
Forget
on
about
like
it.
the space station.
Forget about it.
With all the options you have for beer these days.
Bud Light should be your least.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't drank beer in a long time.
right.
Really?
And I forgot, really? Just last weekend, you were at the game with me.
Yeah, I was like,
Wow, calling me out like that.
do you not like the taste?
No, I just quit drinking.
Yeah. Well, you haven't been.
I'm
much
not an
fun
alcoholic
You haven't
like
been
you,
that much
Jason.
fun since you quit
I'm
drinking.
not a drunkard.
That's a country song.
Drunkard.
I'm not a drunkard.
I love the taste
I'm
of
just
beer.
I'm just a sloth.
Funny story. When I was younger, and when you're a teenager going into your 20s, you're drinking,
Yeah.
right? And beer's the cheapest and easiest to get your hands
put
on
back
that.
a six-pack. Yeah,
And I hated it. Dude, I hated it.
it was an acquired taste.
I hated it.
I liked it immediately.
See,
You
I
did?
And
Why
I
does
thought-
that not shock me?
And I thought
Anything
I
that's
would.
carbonated, dude, I love it.
Dude, I thought I would because I come from a long line of alcoholics. But so I was like,
Wow.
it's true. And I thought I was going to love it. I hated it. But now, man, dude, I love it. I love
The taste of beer?
I sound like Oprah. I
Bar-
love bread.
bar-
I love beer.
Yeah.
So you just love the barley and oats?
Dude, I love it. But I don't like the way it makes me feel afterwards.
Right.
Tired, lethargic,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, alcohol does
like
that.
Sleepy Joe.
It's true.
It is a barbiturate.
Yeah.
Yeah, depressant.
Yeah.
But it tastes so good.
It does
Well, here's
taste
what
good.
I was gonna
Especially
ask.
nice and
Here's what I was gonna
freaking
ask.
cold, bro.
Because I haven't. The reason I said I haven't drank beer in a while. I forgot what the light was. What is it light of?
Calories.
Calories.
Yeah.
So
Compared to Budweiser.
Yeah.
okay, or Miller Lite
Right.
compared to Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you take a calorie out of barley and oats?
I have no idea.
That's a good question.
Now we're getting into the process behind it. I don't know.
That's
I know.
okay. Anybody?
We just lost the other half. of our audience.
Anybody out there? Go to the Spotify mobile app and let us know in the comments. How do you take the calories out of beer? So, are you sure it's calories?
Yeah.
Or is it sugar?
Here's what
I'm
I
trying-
know about beer.
Oh, here we go.
So some of them have the word ice in them.
Yeah.
The only thing
Ice.
I know about that is that process is they freeze it,
Okay.
and then they separate some of the. They basically like scrape off some of the water, so it's higher proof.
Huh.
Why don't
Yeah.
you pull up the light?
What about Coors Light?
Coors Light.
Yeah.
What about it?
I think every one of them have a light, don't they?
Yeah, just
A light beer.
Yeah, pert near.
Yeah.
Pert near.
I've never heard you say pert near.
Pert near.
That's a word.
It is.
Oh, I thought you were naming off a beer. I was like,
No.
never heard of that
No,
word.
it
near.
just means pretty near.
Is
Oh.
that imported?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You never heard like someone's grandpa say that or something?
Never.
I have. Well, I've always said it.
Really?
Pert near.
Yeah, pert near. Well, it's pert near on the side of the tree right there. It's pert near over here,
Yep.
right there. Let's
Okay.
see.
You got to go way back, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, talk among yourselves. How to? bring
Yeah,
the
dude. So one of the other
calories.
we can get back into beer here in a moment, but yeah, one of the things I saw recently in the news is the CDBC stuff in Florida. They've been banned in Florida now. DeSantis banned them. You hear about that?
No.
The central bank digital currencies.
I didn't know this.
Okay. Have you ever heard me talk about that before? It's something I'm very
Passionate.
paranoid about.
Paranoid.
Yes. Yep.
Not passionate, paranoid.
I feel since we've started the show, I've become more paranoid
Dude, I
about
have.
certain things.
I have definitely.
So my wife woke up last night hearing somebody like jiggle our gate handle.
Oh,
And when she told me about it, the first thing I thought of, I was like, this could be related to like the Clintons in some way.
I'm about to get whacked.
Yeah, I was like, I could be on the Clinton body.
What happened?
Someone just tried to get in the gate, and we don't know who.
What did you do?
Investigated, found nothing.
What weapon
Turn
of
the
choice?
floodlights
What weapon
on?
of choice did you choose?
I have a gun.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
weapon you should
Yeah.
choose.
Oh yeah,
Good.
I have multiple.
Absolutely.
I'll dual wield
Good.
Yeah.
I like all this self-defense.
absolutely.
for sure, dude. Yeah.
You carry a holster?
I have holsters.
I've been thinking about one of those.
I don't have like a.
Have you seen
shoulder-
those ads where you go around here and they're hidden?
Uh-huh.
Is that like I haven't seen good reviews. I mean, I haven't seen reviews.
Yeah,
I just see the ads and think, well, that's pretty cool.
it would be pretty.
But
cool.
is it practical?
Would you conceal carry? With
In
that?
Kansas, no.
Oh, not in Kansas.
Well, it's open carry, right?
Well, you could. I've heard people prefer to conceal carry just in case like you run into like.
Yeah,
one
you're
of the-
right.
one of
I
those,
would
like,
conceal carry.
One of those like male Karens or something that is like hey dude, like what's the deal with this open? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they might try and like reach for your gun or do something stupid.
yeah, I got you.
So
I would conceal carry. Yeah, I
when
think
you got up, adrenaline pumping, you're ready to go. You're like, this is about to go down. It's about to go down. You investigate it? No.
It wasn't.
So-
like don't think it was like that hardcore.
Okay.
It was like not that big.
When I was I don't know, 18, 19, I was staying with my mom, and somebody tried to break in. And the only reason I know, I was in the basement, and all my siblings and my parents were up on the ground floor, and I heard some rattling, and some guy, like a thud, a big thud, and some guy said, "Oh," and I thought, okay, somebody's trying to break in. I ran upstairs, looked at my woke up my stepdad. And I said, "Hey, people are coming in," right? And he's like, "Okay, let's go, let's get them." And so we grabbed we grabbed bats, and he grabbed the tire iron, and we ran outside. And when we were running outside, they darted towards the back of the house, and on the back of the house, right at the end of the yard, there was a little canal alley. And so you jumped our fence. Either you jump over the canal, which is probably about a 10 feet jump across into the next person's backyard, or you're falling down in the canal and smashing your head on the concrete.
So you had to make a calculated jump.
But they didn't know that it was back there because it's pitch black.
Gotcha.
So when they jumped in the canal, smashed their head, and they darted down the canal. And so I knew that that's what was going to happen. So at this point, I'm running to the street because I know where the canal goes. A cop comes down the street in the cop car, no lights, and he's like, "Hey, have you guys?" Yeah, he goes, "Have you guys seen any suspicious?" Yeah, they're just at our house trying to get in. And he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Are you gonna come and check it out?" He goes, "Yeah, I guess I will."
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
thanks
dude.
for your
Yeah.
public servants.
And I wanted to say, don't even worry about it. I got it.
Yeah.
Dude, but I was hyped up on adrenaline. And that's when I realized at a young age, am I a fight or flight kind of person?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to crack some skulls.
Okay.
Right?
Let's crack some skulls.
I thought I was going to be the one to be like, no, I don't want to do it. But then I realized, no.
You were in there.
Yeah.
Ready to crack a skull.
Yeah.
Then I wanted the taste of blood.
Yeah, dude, adrenaline is, a pretty powerful thing.
But yeah, so that's why I was wondering. I mean, somebody breaking into your house or trying to get into it, I'm just...
So the handle, could it be wind? Or it was
No.
definitely somebody shaking the handle?
It was, according to my wife, it was definitely somebody that was shaking the
Do
handle.
you have...
And then they were shaking the handle because they were checking the lock.
Yeah, and it's
And they couldn't get in.
yeah, it's
Okay.
locked with a padlock.
Good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Do y'all have a ring?
Yeah.
Did you get
we
anything on the video?
We have one of those. Yeah, but no.
Or was it- I didn't get anything?
No, it's on like the side of the house.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Project, put a ring over there by the gate
Yeah. Should
so we can capture
Should I
it.
have three cameras?
You know what would be
surrounding my
cool
house?
if you had a ring that had like a dart gun?
it just shoots a poison dart.
No,
Yeah.
dude. Shock.
Shock. Well,
Yeah.
if they don't, I'm saying,
Flamethrower.
well, something where they would close
Mm-hmm.
and it would shoot them.
Booby traps, like in
Yeah.
what was
Like
it?
Temple of Doom.
No, the Goonies.
Right.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Nah, that's too childlike.
Is it really?
I need something that,
It would
that
still hurt 'em,
pierces the
though.
skin.
I mean, falling down on the ice like that, it hurts.
It does.
And what about the paint to the head, the paint cans?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty brutal.
That would kill
And
you.
dude stepped on the nail. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah,
through
Those
the
dudes
foot.
were messed up,
Those are
dude.
just deterrents. I can power through nail.
Yeah, there's
I can power through nail.
I'm Goggins.
in the Home Alone movies, like there's like 8 things that would kill a normal person that,
Right.
that they had happen to them.
That's true.
Like a paint can swinging.
There
on
was a
rope.
flamethrower too.
Yeah, flamethrower. Some guy got electrocuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of things.
Classics.
Yeah, great movie though.
Joe Pesci.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be in it.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
he
he-
didn't.
he said he
Why
was-
did he? What? That
Yeah.
sounds weird.
Yeah, he's like, it's below me. It's beneath me.
Wow.
Why did he? I don't understand why. Why did you do it? Did he like read the script and say yes, and then? That's
was
weird.
He was originally the one that they were gonna put a tarantula on his face, and then they're like, "No, you got to do that to Marv instead. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do this."
Right. Marv's got to get a little. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember that part, the tarantula on the face?
Yeah.
That'd be tough for an actor if you have arachnophobia.
I don't know.
For sure.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't.
No, absolutely not. I hate spiders.
For how much money? How much money would it
Dude,
take for someone to set a tarantula right on your face?
Dude, I'm
I would
a
have.
sucker.
Yeah, I would.
I'm a sucker. I'll do anything.
I'll do it for $100 grand.
100 grand,
Yeah.
but not less.
Probably not. I mean, I need something out of this.
Like 50 grand. What about 20 grand? I mean, that's like a lot.
You know what? I'll go with 50.
Wait. Okay, just
I'll go with 50.
Just put it on your face and let it crawl.
because I
Do-
know
yeah, do it-
tarantulas don't bite you.
Yeah, do exactly what they did in the movie, where he basically is on the ground and then
Crawls on you.
and then
I don't know.
he just
See, that's different from doing a black widow on your face.
yeah. Well, tarantulas can still bite you.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they're not poisonous, are they?
No.
Well, some
no,
some of them,
They are, but it's
but
not.
that one
They
wasn't.
just look freaky.
yeah,
They're huge.
they do.
They
What
got
about a-
fur all over them.
What about those camel spiders?
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
What about those banana spiders?
Oh, I've never heard about it.
Sheesh.
Yeah, there's some.
I used to throw bugs in their web and watch them like run to it, curl it up.
Wrap it up real
Yeah.
quick.
Have you ever seen that? Just watch them do it.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen a banana spider before.
I'm gonna call PETA.
Where was that?
In Alabama.
Oh, okay, they got those there.
Yeah, they got huge skinny legs and a body that's got this yellow thing on it. I don't know if that's what they're called. I call
Okay.
them banana spider because they had this long yellow thing down their back.
Okay,
Reminded me of banana.
gotcha.
Oh, so you just made that up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
It makes
I
sense
hate
to
spiders.
me.
There's something like that in Iowa that they call a corn spider.
That's probably
It's
it.
got some yellow hue to it,
Yeah, and they got really long legs.
and it's a web spinner. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was bit by a brown recluse
Oh, that's horrible.
years ago.
Yeah, that's
Took me out.
pretty wild that you actually have been bitten by one of those.
Yeah, took me out. It was awful.
They're
Dude,
pre-
you've been hit with some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, our
still here.
COVID episode, you almost died. You got bit by a brown recluse.
those two things could be
Nothing
related.
can stop you.
had viral meningitis.
You got-
Nothing can stop you.
You got bit by the spider before COVID, right?
Correct.
Before meningitis.
Correct. No. After meningitis.
Okay, the spider thing could be
Spider-Man
spinning into
effect.
this a little bit,
Could
dude.
be.
It could be.
No.
Could be.
It could have made you stronger.
I heard when you're bit by a certain type of spider, it's like you're never really you again.
You mean
Yeah.
like a radioactive
A
spider?
radioactive spider.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's always a piece of you now.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Jason and I were talking about something interesting a couple days ago, and we were like, "Should we talk about this on the podcast?" And
What
we
was
were
it?
like, "Yeah." It was that we were talking about testosterone.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
this?
I was just talking about that
TRT.
earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a hot topic. And
Well, sleep.
I think all of us have probably heard that, like, like our grandfathers had, like, 3 or 4 times the testosterone that we do these days. And I was watching this video where this guy who works at like a water treatment plant basically said like the reason why that is, or a big part of the reason why that is. And it's all the oral contraceptives that girls take, birth control pills. They basically will take those, and then it leaves their body in their pee in a form of estradiol. And then the estradiol goes into the water treatment facility, doesn't get filtered out because it's too expensive to do that, and then ends up in the drinking water.
And then the men drink it, and it turns them into betas. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lowers the testosterone.
Yeah.
All the above.
I'm kind of sad right now.
Yeah,
dude.
like the water treatment facilities, like right outside of college towns and stuff. He was saying like you can know nothing about the school schedule, and just based off the level of estradiol in the water, you can tell when they're on winter break. You can tell when they're on summer break. You can tell when school's in session.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy. So when Mike and I were talking about
Wait
this,
a minute.
I decided to go straight through to water bottles because I drink water out
That's
of the
what I was
faucet.
going to ask. What about
Yeah.
the BPA?
Most of the plastic are BPA free now because
Because weren't you on our way early episode? You were talking about the stuff in the bottles
yeah.
and how it's messed up
Mm-hmm.
our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember what
That
actually.
was a long time ago.
From some
Yeah.
of the plastics.
Yeah.
You're saying like those are
the microplastics.
having some
Yeah.
effects on the hormones.
Yeah. It could
I've
it
heard
could be
that.
dropping T cells as well.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
And
We don't have a chance out here.
We just
the guy-
look, we just got to strip down and get into the mountains.
That's true.
yeah, what the guy said is he collects rainwater and then filters the rainwater. That's the water he drinks.
Yes.
And then there's some places where it's like illegal to collect rainwater.
That's what I've heard.
Here in our county.
Illegal?
Is it really?
In
That's
our
insane.
county, it's illegal. In our county, it's illegal.
You're joking.
No,
It-
I wish
it's
it
like
was.
the-
I think it's absurd.
What
when
if
I heard
I-
it? When I heard it, I was.
I'm
going to
go do it.
Yeah, you can still
Who's
do
going
it.
to stop me?
I mean, if they come and see you in the
Oh.
backyard,
Is there like a water police?
yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah,
Like driving around?
yeah.
They got like a water drop on the side of their truck?
That's like absurd to me that like when your car got broken into, there was no police resources to do something. But,
Oh, yeah, that's
but
what they
like,
said.
But like if your
The water.
if your neighbor is a Karen, it's like he's collecting rainwater. Someone will be right over to write you a
They say
ticket.
that because
Yeah.
they say the water belongs to the city. Seriously,
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
the water belongs
what
to the
they
city.
said?
Yes,
The
the water
You're
belongs
making
to.
that
I
up.
wish I was.
The water belongs to.
Yes.
The water is in the sky, you idiots.
It when it hits the ground, it belongs to.
but
the
I'm
city.
doing it before the ground.
It's within the city limits.
Gotcha.
What I'm saying.
Yeah,
Within the city limits. If it's in the city limits, it's their water.
That's what they say, but like that argument sucks.
It's stupid.
They can't.
Right?
They can't. That won't hold up in court.
No, it does.
Surely not.
It does
What?
hold up in court.
Come on, dude.
That's
Google it.
I'm not. I'm not Googling. I'm doing it.
Do it, man.
I
break the law all the time.
I always heard that they were like they were like worried about people creating like mosquito breeding grounds.
Okay, I get that.
Like if you're just reckless with it, maybe like if you're collecting
I mean,
just barrels and then you just leave it unattended. So
I
it's-
get that.
I do that without
I get that,
collecting
but
water in
if
my
there's
backyard.
if there was a purpose, like I'm doing this and I'm filtering it and I'm using it.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it. I ain't got a pond in the backyard.
Yeah, people use it for gardening. People use it for drinking, washing clothes, doing whatever.
Oh well, hey. So same lines. It watered our garden, so we used it.
Oh, like
I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Dude, I don't make the laws.
You know what I'm saying?
I just break them.
yeah.
I don't make them. I just break them.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Yeah.
Back down.
It's pretty hardcore when you're breaking the law by collecting rainwater.
Yeah.
That just shows like what a dystopian.
That just shows how
world we
far
are.
we've gone down.
Yeah, we already live in a pretty bad world, dude. If that's illegal.
Yeah.
And you have to pick up your leaves. And if you don't pick up your leaves and they
Wow.
go down the drain by your house, you can get fined.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I
Yeah.
just did it because everybody else.
Well,
was
in
doing
my
it
city,
around
it's
here.
like that.
Because last fall you were telling me not to rake the leaves.
Yeah, I still don't.
I don't
break
snow my
the-
driveway. I can tell
hey,
you that.
I break the law.
You break the law. Okay.
That's silly.
I don't snow the driveway. Shovel.
Do you, yeah, you. That's
Is that
also,
is that a legal thing too?
You
What?
have,
You didn't tell me that.
You have to shovel yours.
For the mail carrier, like
yeah.
if the mail
You
carrier
have to
does a
shovel-
slip
Oh,
and
I don't. My
And-
mailbox at the curb.
and also the sidewalk in front of your house has to be shoveled as well.
I don't have a sign. I just have a driveway.
Okay, but if you did have,
But the sidewalk's public. I don't have nothing to do with that.
but if it's in front of your house, you have to do it.
I'm not doing it.
I know you're breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
These are stupid laws that need not to be in place.
We should do an episode on stupid laws across the country
There's a
because
lot of
there's
stupid laws.
there's some bad ones out there.
Yeah, like those.
Like you can't cross the street on a Tuesday if the moon was out.
Yep.
I'm serious. There's something like that.
I know,
That weird
I know,
stuff
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah. Like you're able to vote just because you're 18 years old, and that's the only criteria.
That's another one.
That's a hot topic. That's a hot button one. But
yeah.
I'm all in favor of.
Oh, I've
having-
got some
having
bad
fewer
news.
people.
I got some bad news. Because you just brought this up, so you just brought elections up. I was on board with Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, and I didn't realize that he was born in India.
Oh, so he can't be president.
He's not a natural born citizen.
No.
Well,
How do you even get on the candidacy?
so what is he doing then? Is he?
I don't know. I went to his YouTube channel and asked. I said, I'm just curious. I support all your bottom up movements. I'm down with the working class rising up. But how are you able to get on the presidential candidacy and you're not a natural born citizen? I haven't heard a response back, but
Is he collecting campaign donations?
yeah,
That's not very good.
I need to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Dr. Shiva, if you're out there, you're listening to this, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
Truth at
make a donation?
bottomofThat.com.
Did you make a donation?
No. Truth at bottomofThat.com. Send me an email. Let me know how you're able to run as president when you're not a natural born citizen.
His response, just like how Obama did it.
Oh, yeah.
Same
What was that
way.
called? The birthers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Show me your birth certificate.
Yep. Trump was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got Obama to show a certificate.
What do you say? I'll show my taxes.
Yeah, when you show your
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
I remember he was doing that to Ted Cruz too, when they were in the primary against each other. He was like, "Yeah, I've spoken to many constitutional lawyers. They don't think Ted can do this."
No.
That guy is a nut.
Yeah, he's a wrecking ball, dude.
Entertaining.
Well, to further reduce calories in light, light
back
beers, the brewers cut out carbs as well. To reduce carbs in light beers, brewers add an enzyme to the beer that breaks down more of the starches and turns them into extra sugars. Then they add yeast, which turns all the sugar in the beer to alcohol.
There you go.
Okay, that's important stuff.
Yeah. We should know this.
Dude, I'm glad I learned that.
That's something you didn't know.
I didn't know that at all.
I'm like, that's important stuff.
That is important stuff,
The
dude.
more you know.
Because enzymes.
Right. I was gonna do this here.
Do it.
We did an episode a couple of weeks ago on COVID. Now this is hilarious. Okay. We just did an episode. A COVID-19 outbreak unfolded at a conference held by the CDC, despite most attendees being vaccinated. On April 27th, the last day of the conference, several people notified organizers that they had tested positive for COVID-19. The CDC and the Georgia Department of Public Health worked together to survey the attendees to try to figure out how many people had tested positive. So, approximately 80% of the attendees filled out the survey. Among those, 181 tested positive for COVID, and every single person that tested positive was vaccinated.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
That's hilarious.
Track.
CDC? And we get shut down on YouTube
They're a joke.
for giving medical misinformation.
Right.
The truth.
That's hilarious. Oh, so speaking of vaccines, I don't know if y'all remember this. You probably will. And we don't have to be quiet if you want to add commentary while this is playing.
Absolutely.
We can do that. But I do remember a lot of this. Speaking of vaccines, so just remember this conference at the CDC, everybody that tested positive was vaccinated.
You are the unvaccinated. You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem, period,
This
end of
lady's
story.
terrible.
The only
Horrible.
people that you can blame,
Who are
the
those
my
two
God.
clowns?
only people you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
Anyone
Let me stop right there.
Regular folks.
That was our governor from Alabama.
Oh, it was?
They called her Meemaw.
Well,
Meemaw.
she looks senile.
Yeah, and I couldn't stand it because she did all the she was in lockstep. So
you came into contact with will blame you, as will the rest of us
Good.
who've done the right thing by getting vaccinated.
blame me.
Because frankly, we know that we can't
She's a
trust
joke.
the unvaccinated.
I think it's time
Oh,
to
but
get
she's
our
a doctor.
moral house in order, Anderson. It's the unvaccinated who
I'm
are
about
the
to kill
threat.
over
Those
now.
vaccinated folks are going to start wearing masks to protect the unvaccinated folks. It's called a Christian value.
You're basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
People are not behaving honorably. The unvaccinated are basically saying, well, it's open season for me. I can do whatever I want as well.
You're dang
The
right I can.
unvaccinated are basically beating their breasts and running around the country saying, we don't care, we're living free, and so forth.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
Unvaccinated.
Dude, I will take you out back and beat the. I wish he would have said that to me. Remember that one? He was in a factory or something, and dude got in his face. He said, "Go," and he was like threatening to go outside and beat and have a fight. I will.
Biden was?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
A group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us
So
are starting
funny.
to get pissed off.
The vaccinated feel the unvaccinated are making me upset or angry.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here.
This one was hard to hear.
Yeah, it was hard
The
to
other
hear.
day, Howard Stern weighed in with
Look
a
at
much
her.
different approach.
So giddy.
Take a look.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say you now it's
What a
mandatory
grifter.
to get vaccinated?
Yeah.
Their freedom.
But you're treading on our freedom, and
That's
you're
a tough
making
one
other
to hear,
people
too.
sick, and really
Dude.
you're killing other people.
The anti-vaxxers, they seem to have a thing.
She's
for
horrible.
death and home remedies.
Racist.
The anti-maskers turned anti-vaxxers are not just putting their own lives at risk.
And-
if that was the issue, we could just say that we can watch them compete.
You know,
to
Elon,
win
when
places
Elon
show
Musk
in
was
the
doing that
Darwin
interview
Awards. We have to start
with
doing-
BBC,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Are you guys going to take responsibility for all the misinformation that you guys said when you guys were spewing out all this misinformation during the pandemic about how the masks were working and how the vaccinations
He did
were
say
working?"
that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I'll take. Are you guys? Is BBC going to take accountability? No. Is CNN going to take accountability? No.
No.
Because
No.
anytime something like that happens, because this has happened with like a bunch of other things, the news are like, well, we're entertainment, not news.
Who said that?
They all say that.
Like Don Lemon?
Yeah. When they're called out on something where it's like, hey, actually, that was completely wrong, and like we're going to take legal action, they're like, well, we're actually entertainment.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm just a commentator.
Yeah.
Doing things for the greater good of society, and not for idiots who think that they can do their own research.
You're fired.
Get me started on the lunatics who won't take any of the COVID vaccines.
Lunatic.
Life is too short to be a
Look at this guy.
Life is way too short to be ignorant of the promise of something that is helping people worldwide.
Maybe you're doing it because you're disconnected or disorganized.
All
maybe you
brought
have
to you
some
by
sympathetic
Pfizer.
psychological reasons.
Yep.
But maybe you're just
Bought and
being
paid for.
antisocial.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Those who are not vaccinated will end up paying the price.
The unvaccinated should be taxed. They should pay more for health care.
We need to start looking at the choice to remain unvaccinated.
What about
the
obesity?
same as we look at driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of America.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals
Oh,
get
this
any more
guy's a
overcrowded,
joke.
they're going to have to make some very tough choices.
He's
Not
about
laughable.
who gets
No,
an
he's the
ICU
most
bed.
beta man I've
That
ever
choice
seen in my
doesn't
life.
seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace.
He's talking about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Who are
Horse
really
goo.
creating a problem in this country. Every death that we are seeing from COVID could have been prevented.
Literally, the only people dying are the unvaccinated. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you.
Oh, yeah.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Wow.
Hi, this is Byron Dice. I would like to take a moment to speak to anyone that has thought about creating a podcast, or you're currently a podcaster using another hosting account. Spotify's got a platform that lets you create your own podcast super easy, then distribute it everywhere that podcasts are heard. And you can even earn some money along the way. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and they will host your podcast completely free. Did I mention it was free? Also, the real-time analytics on how your episodes are performing are simply amazing. Spotify has built a platform where the creator is their top priority. So if you're thinking about creating a podcast, or you're currently podcasting and paying for your hosting account somewhere else, I highly recommend you give Spotify for Podcasters a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app, or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought I'd share that with the listeners, since we just a couple of weeks ago did a COVID.
It's surreal to hear that.
What about these people now?
Well, Don Lemon's fired, and what the other guy, wasn't he fired, but then somebody picked him up?
I mean, they never go back and go, you know what, I should have said that. Like Colbert, him out there dancing with a vaccine needle.
Oh, dude, that was
so cringe. It was mad cringe.
Really cringe.
Did they ever go back and, you know what, I'm a comedian. I'm really sorry about all that, because I was getting paid. I was told to do that stuff.
No.
Do you think they believe that in their heart, or they just didn't paid?
I think they're fine with doing whatever for money. It's just like.
But do they actually, are they like at home going, man, I can't believe, talking to the wife, man,
I think they're that
you
dumb.
believe I had to do that crap?
I believe they believe the things that they are being told.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't care to find out the truth regardless. Why would you find out? Why would you want to know?
So weird.
It's a form of like trauma-based mind control when you think about it. The way these people get up to those levels in the media.
Yeah.
It is. You have to be fine with just lying all the time and just doing what you're told. It's insane.
Yeah.
But dude, in the COVID episode, you actually asked a really interesting question. You were like, do you guys consider yourself anti-vaxxers? And we talked about it for a little bit. I looked up the definition in Merriam-Webster.
Oh, no.
This is what the definition of anti-vaxxers.
Did it change?
Yes.
It changed. I freaking knew
it. It says, a person who opposes the use of some or all vaccines, regulations mandating vaccination, or both. So by that definition, yes, I'm an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
They changed the definition.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
what did it used to be?
It used to just be like you're across the board. Like you don't like any vaccine, you don't like it, that's fine. But now it's like, okay, you have to be fine with mandating vaccines. And you, even if it says if you're opposed to some of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
some of them, you're an anti-vaxxer.
Flu shot vaccine?
No.
You're an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. You could have a problem with any vaccine and you are an anti-vaxxer.
That is.
So.
That's upsetting. That is.
I'm trying to figure out
Unbelievable.
vaccine. Like for instance, the
This
flu
world
vaccine.
needs a new plague.
The Black Plague. Is there a vaccine for that?
That's a quote from The Office. Dwight Schrute says that. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were an Office fan.
Yeah. You know what? I've binged it a couple. I need to do that again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna binge
I
it.
love it, dude.
I've binged it like 3 times. The whole gambit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do that. Parks and Rec. I have not done Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I've never seen that show.
I haven't either.
So
The Cops.
Yeah, my daughter
Samberg.
has watched. She said it's hilarious. I watched a couple episodes. I just couldn't get into it. It's supposed to be like The Office and Parks and Rec, that style.
Gotcha.
Like there's a dude with a camera doing a documentary about the Brooklyn precinct, whatever.
Gotcha.
But
I didn't know that. I knew of it, but I didn't know.
I need to watch it. Oh, I just saw Black Mirror season 6, June 15th.
Nice.
Is dropping.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah,
did you like all the seasons?
I did.
What was your
I
favorite
did not
episode?
like
The video game one?
I did not. I actually stopped watching that
Did you?
one.
It's too much?
Yeah, I was like, this is nasty.
Yeah, it was pretty
What is going on here?
So, I mean, the question... Nah. nah.
No, just go where you were about to go with it because I think that's
were
an
you
amazing question.
were you about to say, does it make a difference if you're playing that character in a game?
Are you a homosexual if you play an avatar that's gay and you enjoy it?
So you're putting your
whoa. Okay, this is totally different because I have played Assassin's Creed Origins, or excuse me, Odyssey, where you can play as a male or a female.
Sure.
I played as a female.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. No, what I'm talking
I wasn't
about
gay. But
you didn't have sex with anybody in the game, did you? While you were a female? While you were a female, you did?
Yeah, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
It was all cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You weren't pressing the B button to hump?
No. Actually, I take
spanning
that
it?
back. I take that back. There are decisions that you have to make, and it gives you prompts.
Yeah, but it'd be funny to make him gay.
And she was a lesbian. She was a lesbian. Well, actually, she was bi because she went with whatever.
Sure.
But the prompts were, do you want to make out right here with this, or do you want to? And I always, no, I'm getting out of here. So I wouldn't do the prompts. But no, it wouldn't have made me homosexual.
Right. So
I think it would have made me feel weird.
Were the guys in that episode? Would you consider them?
Yes.
Because it's a different level than just playing the
yeah.
game. It's they're clipping something to their temple, then their subconscious is going into the character.
Yeah, he was like, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing right now in the game, and I know it's you.
Yeah, and it's sort of like the haptic suit thing that you were talking about.
It's like if there was Ghost Recon and there was a chick on our team, and then we're online,
right,
and all of a sudden we put our guns down, and we started going at it,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that'd be weird.
And you liked it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
So hey, I got news for you. Means you're gay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good episode, right? I mean, it's an interesting thought experiment.
Yeah.
That's what I love the show because it's so outside of the box.
Yeah, I agree.
And the main theme of all of those is the technology that's taken over our lives.
Yeah.
But they always have some kind of philosophical aspect to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's more intriguing for me.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite episode?
Oh man, I liked The Social Score was cool. What was the one after The Social Score?
What was it about?
Oh, I got to pull it up now. Talk amongst yourselves.
Have you seen? Did you get a chance to watch Westworld?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
When you in July when you're off, right, from work.
Yeah, you got to do.
You're gonna have a lot of downtime.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of downtime, and that's one of my favorite. It's only 3. I mean, there's 3 seasons. Third season.
Right on the cover. No.
Third season isn't really that great though.
Let's see.
Striking Vipers. That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smithereens.
Bandersnatch. Did you watch that one?
Which one?
Bandersnatch. Right here where I'm pointing at it.
Is that new?
It's an interactive one.
Oh no, I didn't watch that one,
dude. You should. It's like one of those choose your own destiny books where it gives you prompts and choices about what to do for the character.
I think I've seen it.
It's awesome.
I'd have to go. Smithereens was kind of. I was like, it didn't really do anything for me. That was weird. This one was kind of cool with Chick in it.
With Miley
What's her
Cyrus?
name? Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Where she was let me see. I think this was one of my favorites. USS Callister.
Oh,
that
yeah,
had to be my favorite.
That was a good one.
That had to be my favorite. That was crazy.
Yeah. I really like Hang the DJ, but I think my favorite episode is The Entire History of You in season 1. Season 1, episode 3. That one was awesome.
I thought Black Museum was interesting because it was a museum about all the Black Mirror episodes.
Yep.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like Metalhead. Season 4 kind of was my favorite because I pretty much liked all of these. Metalhead, that crazy robot dog.
Oh yeah,
that was nasty.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Anyway, yeah, that's coming out June 15th.
I'll definitely check it out. I love that show.
Yeah, I'll check it out too.
Anyway. In other news, PetSmart, your dogs are gay now.
What does that mean?
They're turning into frogs, and now they're turning into dogs.
Well, you can go to PetSmart, and there's tons of LGBT stuff you can get for your dogs.
Oh.
You didn't know that? If you go into the store, they've got a whole section. It's a pride section for your pets.
Yep. My mom did mention that to me.
So now they have gender dysphoria, the dogs.
Could be.
Yeah, or you're just projecting yourselves onto a dog.
Well, they do that too.
That's more likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I just it's getting out of control. I mean, it was out of control way before it was even in the limelight of the media. But
so how does it end?
Pedophilia?
You think?
I think unless it's stopped, it's going to keep going to worse stuff.
Yeah, pedophilia, bro.
How does it get stopped?
There would have to be a collapse of society.
That's the only way to stop?
I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
You think?
Yeah.
Dude,
why does society have to collapse to stop it?
The progression.
Because there's a whole split of people that are allies.
And there's just too much estrogen in the water.
Yeah.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Uh-huh. Yep.
No.
I'm kind of a retard.
Hey Eddie, let me choke you, Eddie. Let me choke you. No, choke. Let me choke you.
No, I think a collapse of society. Well, think about this. This country, it's kind of an experiment. What are we going on? 250 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
Yeah.
That long?
Yeah. Like 1776.
So this was an experiment to be free. So the freedom aspect of this country has gone so wild. That's why stuff like this is happening right now. Because you wouldn't get this in Muslim countries.
You don't. You get stoned.
You don't.
You don't.
Right.
You get stoned.
They have it clamped down.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we believe. And, do you want a country like that?
Right.
Yeah, there's I can't remember who said it, but I think it was Patrick Henry or somebody where they said the Constitution only works for a religious people. Have you heard that quote?
No.
It's something along those lines where basically he foreshadowed what's going on today where most people would probably identify themselves as, atheist, secular in some way.
Yeah, agnostic.
Yeah. And they just perceive everything as freedom, right? I need to have the freedom to do this.
Do what I want.
And it's like something that's so bizarre as, puberty blockers is what they call them, right? AKA just like destroying your child.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of ties into that.
The
right?
moral decay of a society, that's when you'll see the fabric of that society destroyed. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
And I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see anything stopping it. We're too far gone. And just the progression of all depravity, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. The only way to stop it, I think, is to change the culture. And the only way to change the culture is to, I don't know, man. It would be massive overhauls in a lot of different places.
Yeah. War. I mean, let's be honest. War.
There might be a second civil war.
Yeah.
I've heard people mumbling about that, and it gets brought up from time to time, and doesn't seem too far-fetched, in my opinion.
I mean, if you look at the state that the country was in at the other Civil War, how close are we to that? It seems like that wasn't they weren't having a collapsed society, were they? And they just went at it.
Yeah, it's different. So yeah, it's different in some ways.
Yeah.
I would say right now at this point in history, I think the divide between right and left has never been bigger.
No.
Cuz
it used to be, we disagree on some things, but we can get along.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, you're way off base, bro.
Yeah, it was like we disagree about something. We want the same thing, we just disagree about how to get there, basically.
Right.
But now it's like totally different. You can almost find like nothing in common with somebody who's on the other side, depending on how far they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems though the left is never willing to budge or reason or meet in the middle or compromise even an inch.
Mm-hmm.
It's either
or to concede. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just all or nothing.
Yep.
And if they can't, the logic and the reasoning doesn't seem to be in the playbook at all.
Uh-uh. Which is so strange. But then also people are dumb. Like Benjamin Franklin says, is one of my favorite quotes. The masses are asses.
Yeah, it's true.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
That's a quote.
Yeah.
The masses are asses.
I got to look that up.
Yeah.
He also said if you can keep it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if we can.
Yeah.
They're coming after it.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Have you ever noticed the word democracy is thrown around? Like, just, and we don't,
just talked
we're
about
in a
this.
republic. We live in a republic.
Mm-hmm.
And like they almost, I don't know, it's weird the way they throw it around like, oh, you're coming for our democracy, or our democracy's failing. And, no, we are a republic where the majority, or not the majority, the majority is supposed to be, we vote our people in to get represented by us. It's just way, it's too, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. You heard me mention a little while ago on this podcast about, I don't think everybody should be able to vote, which is a hot take, but
yeah,
I do think that just because you turn 18, doesn't mean you should be able to vote.
Absolutely not.
I think there should be certain criteria.
Yeah. I mean, just like there's criteria to drive a car.
Yeah. Like, let's say
you
you're
mean a test?
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's say you're 18 years old and you're serving in the military. Yes, you can vote. Let's say you're 18 years old, you don't have a job, you just graduated from high school, that's it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's making the lines.
What 18-year-old do you know is
I mean, I didn't vote when I was 18.
Did I vote?
Who did vote?
I think I voted at 18. Yeah.
I voted.
Well, when I was that young, I didn't even care.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I think more people now that are young are actually more involved.
Yeah, because
it seems that way.
That's because of our school systems. They're cramming in this agenda down their throats.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, speaking of that, school system.
Maps.
Hold on.
Yeah, dude. Like,
let me play this, and we can talk.
Let's give some background. This is
Okay,
a
go
teacher
ahead.
in El Paso. This was last year, fall of last year. She was caught saying this in her classroom.
And this is news to me because I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, one of the students recorded her saying this in her classroom. So roll the tape.
Jamie.
Roll the tape, Jamie.
We're not going to call them that. We're going to call them MAPS. No. Minor attracted persons. No. So don't judge people just because they want to have sex with a 5-year-old.
Wow.
So she's
so
basically,
clear that up.
She's telling her students that pedophiles, we shouldn't call them pedophiles. We should call them minor attracted persons.
Right.
MAPS.
Yeah, MAP.
Mm-hmm.
And that it don't judge them if they want to have sex with a 5-year-old.
Right.
A 5-year-old. A baby. That's a baby.
Is she
baby.
fired?
She should be in jail.
Yeah. I hate when they say they put them on administrative
this
leave.
Is
that doesn't mean fired.
That doesn't. Mm-mm.
This is going to be a wild thing to say, but honestly, I don't care. I think people that have ideologies like that and have ideas like that, they need to be euthanized.
It's definitely an evil thing for her to say.
For the children, bro.
Yeah.
People care more about stupid. I mean, this is going to offend people. Stupid dogs than they do of these innocent kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
unreal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Save the puppies.
So
but screw the kids.
Yeah, exactly. So she is saying it's worse for somebody to be called a pedophile than it is for a child to be
raped,
preyed upon by an adult,
sodomized.
Right.
These things, people don't want to say these words, but they use the word abused. Let's call it what it is: raped and sodomized.
Yeah, and it's that's just another thing, dude, that shows the cultural decay. Like,
yeah, I don't know where she's at now, but it does. I'm reading an article that was September 2022 that she was fired for saying pedophiles should be called MAPS. Not sure if she's got a job or it's. I wouldn't be surprised if she's teaching somewhere in California right now.
Probably. Excellent work by that student for recording that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well done.
Yeah.
Get people like that. People like that, dude, it breaks my heart. It really does.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
It really is.
I think that's the next thing.
That's what they're trying to do right now.
My wife and I have always said, okay, because all they said they wanted to do was get married. We wanted to get married. That's what they wanted.
Foot in the door.
That's all they wanted. We just want to be able to get married and have the same rights that straight couples do. Well, look where that's turned out.
Well, here's the deal. I don't care if you're
next
gay.
is pedophilia.
Well, I don't care if you're gay, straight, or some kind of halvesies. I don't care. But what I do care about is when you prey upon the kids. If you want to make the decision to be a cat, a dog, some kind of weird alien at 18 or whatever, when you're an adult, who cares? That's not my place to tell you how to live your life. That's between you and your maker. I don't care.
Right.
But what I do care is when you're preying upon the kids and you're trying to make everyone live in this world, this fantasy world that you live in.
That you live in, right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I care. I don't care if you want to have this dude or this girl or this cow. I don't care.
Right. Humping a fire hydrant.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. That's freedom.
Yeah.
But it's pushed onto you.
It's pushed onto me, and it's pushed onto the
And now
kids.
you have to watch your kids. Like, I got to protect my kids because I don't want them to be like that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because it's being normalized to such a
It is
heavy.
And
degree.
it's most of the parents.
Yeah. They're activists.
I don't know who these parents are. Is it Gen Z?
No, they're liberals.
Oh,
yeah, but what generation?
Probably millennial.
Millennial?
Yeah. I don't think
so.
Gen X is very responsible for that. Maybe they are to a lesser degree.
So they get in this mindset, oh, this is how the world is. I need to teach the kids this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they can go to their liberal cocktail parties and be like, oh, you see, our child doesn't even have the sex on the birth certificate.
It's non-binary.
Yeah.
Right. We're waiting. We can't wait till that. Oh, I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah.
We can't wait till Susie. Well, I can't wait till Johnny tells us what gender they are.
Yeah, they're like, sure, there's a penis there, but that could mean anything.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Did you see the new outfit from Target? Here, look.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pee-pee tuck.
Here, tuck it in.
It's weird. It's weird, man.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
extra
it's a
crotch
nightmare.
coverage.
It's a
anyway.
nightmare.
Let's change the subject.
In other news.
I'm kind of...
Yeah, dude.
Hey, what else do we have on the agenda? Talk about?
Down the rabbit hole. We've been down the rabbit hole. Debt ceilings out there. Senator Graham, Russia wants to arrest him.
For what? What did he do to Russia?
Let's see. He made comments that Russia. Okay, Graham made his comments after news broke that Russia issued a warrant for his arrest. He said, Here's an offer to my Russian friends who want to arrest and try me for calling out Putin regime as being war criminals. That's what he did.
Okay. Well, I mean, if the shoe fits, then yeah.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Yeah.
And is this, how do you say this? Hague?
I don't know.
See you in the Hague.
I don't know.
That's what it looks
Is
like.
that some kind of Russian camp or something? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I hadn't heard of this.
Lindsey Graham. Pet. Why we went over PetSmart? COVID.
So the debt ceiling got raised.
Yeah, they're talking about raising the debt ceiling.
Okay, so we can borrow even more money.
And when I hear that, I hear like, okay, here's the ceiling right here that's debt. Let's raise it up so that we can get more debt.
Right.
Is that what that is?
Exactly
Why would you do that?
Because their idea is, okay, the problem is we're not able to borrow enough money. The problem can't be that we're spending too much money. It's just that we can't borrow enough.
And money's not real.
Right. And if they can just borrow in perpetuity, who cares, right? We'll never have to, be fiscally conservative.
Wow. I wish we could go back to gold.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Where we had to go dig it up, find our own money.
Yeah, the currency has to be backed by something. Something.
Right now, it's not.
Yeah, it can be a bag of commodities. That's what Vivek Ramaswamy. He's a presidential candidate. He's
that guy.
Yeah, he's in favor of that.
Well, here's something that interest you, Jason. There was a unanimous decision that just came down from the U.S. Supreme Court. It's now officially legal for the IRS to secretly obtain bank records of third-party individuals who are not under investigation.
Wow.
At a time when the liberal wing and the conservative wing of the Supreme Court can't seem to agree on much, in this case, they did. 9-0 in favor of the IRS, which this is scary, dude.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of this.
Because of the new ruling, you can be a person who committed no crime, not even be suspected of having committed a crime, and yet still the IRS is trying to collect back taxes from your friend. They can pull your bank records as well. And this entire process can be played out in secret without you ever being informed that the feds have access to your bank records. Why would you vote for this?
Yep. And all these judges, even the supposed originalist judges that we have on the court, what don't understand about the Fourth Amendment? Because this is a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment, right?
Yeah.
Why are you going back and sniffing through my stuff if I haven't committed any crime?
Exactly.
Am I not secure in
You're not.
my stuff, in my papers?
That's crazy. Well, here we go. Giddy up, guys. This is it.
Yeah,
So, since I'm friends with you guys, please pay your taxes. Because I don't want to be... Because if you mess up, they're going to get me.
Yeah, I do, unfortunately. I wish taxes in their current form weren't a thing.
Right. It's totally unconstitutional.
I think that the amendment that brought in the ability for the federal government to levy an income tax should be repealed. I think it was like the 16th or 18th or something like that.
And they did it because of wartime.
Right.
When that was over, they should have got rid of it.
Yeah, it was intended to be temporary. Yeah, it's not a good look, dude. I don't like when it's tax time and I look back how much money they took. It's a lot.
It's horrible.
And it's yeah.
Last year I had to pay like over $4,000. Jeez.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, dude.
Wow.
It's money.
What are y'all doing?
Wow.
They're wasting it.
And these roads out here, what are y'all doing? These roads are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think way better than the way
they
do
the
it.
roads are the roads are based off of the gas prices, I believe.
The gas prices?
Yeah, the gas tax.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So you pay a tax on gas, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why it's so high. So those taxes that you pay on the gallon,
yeah,
they go to the road services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which has not been working.
No. And also like your schools and your playgrounds and parks and recs, your property taxes go to
it's so
all
much.
that.
Yep.
Oh, I had a question. Here's something to ponder. Or maybe y'all can answer this.
But you know what I don't understand? Where does our taxes to our vehicles, or where did that go?
You mean that tag?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Down the rabbit hole.
Down the memory hole.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was going to ask. Okay, this has plagued me. When Biden, the first thing he did when he got in office was shut down this pipeline. Remember that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
The Keystone.
Okay, is that what it is? Keystone.
Wasn't it?
I think.
And this is
Keystone.
from Canada, and they were trying to go all the way to Mexico? Is it? I'm not.
I don't know where it's.
Okay, I'm not
began in,
100%
but
sure.
It was Canada to here or somewhere. Yeah.
So the benefit of having this pipeline is somebody's drilling oil somewhere, and they put it in this pipe,
Mm-hmm.
and they can push it down somewhere else in the country, and it's better for everybody.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Basically.
I'm just trying to follow.
Yeah, a pipeline is the most efficient way to transport gas.
Gas,
oil,
okay.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
So he shut that. So they were building it, right? Working on it?
They have been working on it.
Okay. He shuts it down. Question, was this government pipeline? I'm confused of how a government official
have
can
no idea.
shut down a pipe. I'm confused on who owns this pipeline.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was federally funded, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
So it's not private.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just wondering that because that really confused me of how a government official can shut something down like that. I'm like, well, why can't a contractor go in there and just start building his own?
Good question. I don't know what goes into it when you're talking about like transporting natural resources from one country to another. I'm sure there's a mountain of paperwork and stuff that needs to be done.
If I had an oil company, couldn't I could be able to do that, right? If I privately owned an oil company, I could pipe my stuff anywhere I want.
No.
What?
No.
I thought we were free.
No.
Well,
This is property of the United States
I
government.
guess I'll go to Muslim. They seem to have it better.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't be able to be doing this podcast right now. As much as we complain about blah 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 freedoms and everybody's it's crazy, it's still the best we've got.
Best country in the world.
Right. Because
Yep.
we're able to sit in this room and talk on these microphones and upload this stuff, and nobody can come kill us.
No, I mean, all they're doing is listening to us, monitoring our phones, our bank records, tracking of all of our intimate details
Will you
of where we
stop it?
live
Will you
and who we are,
Yep.
and then suppress us by limiting the amount of people we come in contact with on the World Wide Web. Yeah.
And then slow keep track of that. Keep
maybe-
track of that
so
forever.
Muslim is better.
No, we're better for now. But
Al
they're-
Jazeera?
They're keeping track of all that stuff, slowly chipping away at our constitutional rights.
Mhm.
And then one day when they flip that kill switch, they're going to go back and look through the ledger and be like, all right, here's all the people that were doing this.
Yeah.
Here's all the people that were doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're
The social score.
yeah. Yep.
And then slowly, in another aspect, they're turning us all gay with the water.
Right.
Yeah,
Because they already did it with the
atrazine is in
frogs.
there. Yeah.
See?
Yep.
What about
All-
the fluoride?
Yeah, that could be an entire,
Is that messed up too?
That could be an entire episode.
Whatever happened to Flint?
Michigan?
Is that still a city? Did it
Wait.
crumble?
Their
Wait,
water
wait,
is
wait,
still
whoa.
garbage.
They still
Flint?
haven't fixed it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Flint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That place blew up, didn't it? It blew up.
This was a pit.
Oh no, the train derailed.
No, I'm talking about the water source.
Oh,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
wait, didn't the train derail
That
in
was in-
Flint too?
No, that was like Omaha. No.
That was in Palestine, Ohio.
Yeah, Palestine.
Oh, okay. Wow. But Flint,
was in
you're
the
right.
Middle East.
Flint. Middle East. What about Dearborn?
I don't hunt.
I don't know.
Well, that's a hotbed. Well, you don't know about Dearborn,
No.
Michigan?
No. Tell me.
Dearborn's like shoes.
No. If you go to Dearborn, when you go there, you're going to feel like you just went into a Middle Eastern country.
Oh, because of the Muslim population. Yes,
Yes.
I do know about that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And they have basically made the entire place the culture.
Okay.
That's
It's almost like Chinatown, but you're going to
That's how Omar,
Islamtown.
the Omar lady, that's the senator.
yeah.
Ilhan Omar?
Yeah, that broad.
Right. I think they called her out though. The citizen, because she was doing some stuff that they didn't agree with.
Right. She's too liberal for the Muslims.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. And they didn't like it. The transgender stuff they didn't like. They don't like.
No,
they're
don't.
not here for it.
No.
Right.
So at least we had that, and they're yeah.
That's true. Most of the world is against that.
Yeah, unless you're from France, and then they love that kind of
Do they
crap.
really? They
Oh,
live
wow.
in France.
French.
Interesting.
Could never get over that war that they lost.
Yep.
To everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They lost that entire Louisiana thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
The purchase.
Yeah, they sure did.
Mm-hmm.
French Revolution done. French and Mexico war.
Right.
What war have they won?
I don't know. They used to be a powerhouse back in the day, right?
I think they only just help. They never attack anything.
Do they even do that?
I don't know.
I mean, in order to acquire all that territory, they must have.
They used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, same with Britain, right? They used to.
Oh, they used to. Yeah.
The sun never set.
The
on
sun
British
never
Empire.
set. No.
Now they're like a tiny island.
Right. That's amazing to me. As tiny as they were, the power that they had.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Hey, every empire has a rise and its fall.
That's true.
Are we watching our own fall?
I think so.
You think?
Yeah.
It better not happen.
I heard that we are in the same position economically that Rome was.
I heard that too.
When it fell, their economy just collapsed and they just went down.
They were borrowing money a lot.
Yeah, they just didn't have any. They had the fiat currency.
Okay.
They expanded too quickly, is what happened.
Right.
Yeah, I read something not too
Is
long
that when
ago.
Brutus killed?
Who?
Didn't Brutus kill Caesar? Stabbed him in the back.
Are you talking about Gladiator?
No, no. I'm talking about
that was Russell Crowe, man.
No, dude.
Dude, one thing I read recently is that the American credit card debt has topped $1 trillion.
Yikes.
You mean consumers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well,
when you look at like the chart from like 2020 to now, it's seriously just like whoosh, just like straight up.
And the life expectancies went down.
Yeah.
Every year.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
We're dying under the weight of our debt.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need a change.
We need Financial Peace University.
Better than I deserve.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Baby step 1.
Yep.
Get $1,000 in your emergency fund.
Yeah.
Baby step 2.
Baby step 2 is pay off all your debt.
Okay.
In the order of
smallest to largest.
Smallest to largest.
The snowball.
That's right, snowball. And I think while you're doing it, you have to get envelopes too. We just lost half our audience.
Yeah, dude. I think Dave Ramsey has some good principles, but I don't subscribe to everything that he says. You know.
I follow his plan to a T.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have an envelope in your pocket right
No,
now?
I don't have envelopes, but
we do.
Okay. You pay cash for a lot of stuff?
So you have
Yeah, I'll show you the envelope after the show.
You have zero debt.
Other than the house.
You have debt. He wouldn't like that.
Well, no.
he's fine with that.
No, but yeah, he's fine with it as long as he's going to pay it off though.
Yeah, I don't have any consumer debt.
He's on track.
That's good.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. But the house I have.
Yeah.
I do have one credit card. I don't use it that often. I keep it as a line of credit, basically, with a recurring charge on it that is like $15.
Good.
Yeah. Just keep
That's
paying
it.
it. All right. Credit score goes
That's
up.
good.
Yeah. I mean, credit score, whatever. I mean, at this point, I don't really care about it. I mean, it doesn't really do anything.
Right.
Really.
I mean,
I don't,
it's just
I don't
just
take
a
advantage
score.
of any perks.
You'll
or
have
anything.
to though.
It's just a
For what?
score to
A
see
car.
if you can
For a car.
For a car.
I'll pay cash for a car.
see.
I mean,
What if you wanted a Bentley?
I mean,
though?
you can't.
I'm
now.
not going to do that.
But you can't pay cash for a car now.
Right now?
No, not right now.
Why?
They're like $35,000. We can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I like that.
baby.
You just told everybody.
Baby step 5, 6 to 8 months of expenses.
Hmm?
And the
Wait, baby step 5?
I guess. I
No,
don't
baby
know.
step 5 is
I
your
just made that
kid's
up.
education.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
One of them is you got to have a boatload of money in the bank.
3.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the emergency fund.
That's good.
Which, if I bought a car cash, I would have to use the emergency fund. So, no, I can't buy a car cash.
I was about to say, man, that's impressed. I was impressed.
Well, no, yeah, but that is basically using cash.
You could, but I mean, I wouldn't like use my emergency fund.
Okay, got you. So you need to save up. Okay, here's a car. I need to save up for it.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's your economic wisdom for today's Down the Rabbit Hole.
Dang, it's already over?
I think we went down several rabbit holes today. I don't even know what we talked about. I'll have to go back and listen to
It's
it.
everything that's going on.
Jason's in deep thought.
I'm just reading this Supreme Court issue with the ruling of the IRS letting the IRS, check our stuff.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Totally stupid.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to this episode, Down the Rabbit Hole. Make sure you visit our website, www.bottomofthat.com. Check out our blog for all our show notes, resource materials, and you can also find our social media platforms there as well. If you're listening on YouTube, you're not because we got banned. You can find us on Rumble and BitChute. If you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're listening on any other podcast platform, follow, turn on notifications so you never miss an episode when we publish one. If you did not like this episode, I thank you for listening this long. Tune in next week when you might hear Jason say,
protect the children. Just protect the children.
Amen.
Not the puppies. The children.
No.